obviously you've been with the inside the NBA crew, Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Shaq,
Mhm.
and Kenny Smith for a long time, but you being on the sideline and then being in the studio, is it more just like you guys are colleagues who work at the same company, or does it feel like you're a family on the same team?
So I think the term family is thrown around a little too much. I think it's a little BS. But my first week at Turner back in 2012, I'll never forget this. I happened to be in studio doing something totally different, but I literally bumped into Charles Barkley, and I go to introduce myself, and he goes, "I know who you are, brother." Like somebody had told him that I was the new guy on the block, and he goes, "Welcome to the family." And I thought, whatever that means. A couple of weeks later, my parents come down for a visit, and I give them a tour of the studio, and it was on a Thursday night when the guys were working, and I introduced my parents. I'll never forget this, to Shaq and then to Charles. And Shaq and Charles both pushed me out of the way so they can go give my mother a hug. They'd known me for 5 seconds, and my family was already that important to them. I can't tell you how many great nights I've had on the road or here in Atlanta with Charles, getting career advice, just shooting the, you know what? Um, Shaq has been great. I've done tons of shows with him. And there is literally no better human being on the earth than Ernie Johnson. My first couple of years here, I never wanted to take a day off because I always wanted to be the guy that they could call to work, right? Like I moved down here to work. I was here to do it. I wanted to get better. I wanted to get more opportunities. So I never took a day off. And a few days before my first Thanksgiving back in, so this would have been the fall of 2012, Ernie's just saying, "Hey, are you going back up to the Northeast to see your family for Thanksgiving?" I go, "No, I got to work. I do that stuff." He goes, "Well, then you're coming to my house. You're coming to my house for Thanksgiving." I ended up not going. Probably should have, but I didn't feel right about it. But it was just like the warmest feeling. And I've gone to multiple Christmas parties for Ernie at his house, and it's the coolest place to work. And when you come on the show, whether you're doing a report or an interview or you have some information, they just they treat you the way you'd want to be treated. Now you have to have thick skin. You got to be ready to be made fun of, but that's endearing, right? That means they like you if they're making fun of you.
Yeah, I think that's really cool to hear because it it does appear that there is that close knit relationship. So to see that it even
Right.
extends outside the what you see on camera is pretty cool.
There's
Um,
nothing fake about
yeah,
TNT, right? Like there's no frauds. If you're an a-hole, you're going to get called out. You're probably not going to last. They just don't allow that to work at Turner, and it's just like what you see on camera is real life. There's no scripting. There's no methodology other than have fun, be real, and do what you would want to watch.
yeah.